Let's call it to order, please, Kay.
Okay, the meeting is called to order at 9:02.
Okay.
Attendance, Bob,
Yep, here.
Lou,
Here.
Dee,
Here.
Kay, here.
Okay.
Okay. Approval of the September meeting, minutes of the meeting.
Any comments on the minutes? Otherwise, can we get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Audience comments. We have no audience other than one lady.
Welcome.
Welcome. And
Do you
of
like
course,
the
Peter.
9 o'clock time better? Okay.
Old business survey analysis. That's back in September. I don't know, do we have anything to comment on that? Anybody? And new business, huh? Pardon me?
Oh, no, I was just looking that on, when I Googled Prospect Heights Water Committee, that's, and our website goes right to us. There was a nice 2018 water survey and results. I thought that was really great to have that right front and center on the website. That's all I got.
Okay. New business, purpose of committee. Lou, do you recall what that's about?
I think we were discussing the fact that really not much attendance to the meetings, the results of the forum, and I think we were just kind of discussing if we should even meet. I think that was kind of, or if we should maybe change the meeting per month to quarterly. I think we discussed that a little bit, or semi-annually, or so we just kind of got into that discussion a little bit. I don't think we finalized anything. It was just kind of opened up.
Is it your recollection, Dee?
It is. I think a big part of it was also about the mission statement. I think that, well, I know it came as a surprise to me.
Yeah, me too.
As to what our mission was. I don't know if there was any way that we were going to change the mission statement to include that our mission is to bring credible information to our neighbors in regards to the water.
I think we kind of took that on, even though it wasn't the formal mission statement.
Correct.
I think we kind of we took that on as a at least a secondary mission statement or an alternate mission statement.
Yeah, probably more like out of obligation,
Yeah.
being, equal and morally ethical,
Yes.
as opposed to the actual mission statement of our committee, I would say.
Yeah, and I think we had determined that a lot of information that people were getting was untrue, or there was a lack of information, which led people to either want or not want water, but they were working off of information that probably wasn't good, and we wanted to make sure that they got the right information so they could make an informed decision.
Okay.
So is our mission statement as it reads currently?
Well,
Or are we going to amend the mission in any way?
we haven't had that discussion, I guess. Do we have a copy of it handy? Or do
I
you
have that, what was written on the 2018 survey.
Would you mind reading that out loud for the record?
It reads, and this was that City Council resolution stated our mission was, whereas the City Council finds it necessary to create an advisory committee to study the citywide demand for a municipal water system and advise the City Council on its research.
Would
Okay.
you be
End quote.
Would you be kind enough to?
Isn't that kind
Email
of what the
or give
engineering
that to
firm
me.
did?
I'd be happy to.
Thank
Pardon?
you.
Isn't that what the civil engineering or the consulting engineer firm did? Evaluate or look at the need, evaluate the infrastructure. I mean, that was a lot of
Well, that was part of it, yeah. I mean, our,
Our part was more with the people, with the voters and residents.
yeah, ours was more with the community, I think, giving feedback and to establish whether the community felt it wanted city water, whereas the engineering firm did the technical aspects
Right.
of evaluating the need and the statistical stuff, which we're not in a position to do, so that we had that information to forward to the community. I think we're more like a liaison between the city government, getting the facts, and the community.
I think
for the
that's
purpose
what
of
led
getting
to
water.
our putting out all this information.
Yeah, that's true.
I think, you know, you can't expect people to make, again, you can't expect people to make decisions based on either false or no information. I think that's what we're trying to do, is get the word out, here's what really is going on here. And I don't know if it did much.
Well, you know, I guess that becomes part of our question here is, you know, have we fulfilled our purpose, and is there any interest by the community to continue having our committee,
That's where I'm going with this.
you know? And, you know, maybe perhaps we keep our next meeting on the agenda, and then in the meantime, I can contact the mayor and maybe the city council perhaps after the election and figure out where we go. Because obviously, there's no interest and no concerns that are brought to our attention, which is one of the reasons why we took a 6-month hiatus between meetings.
And I think it was coming right after, did we have a forum this year? We did not have a forum
No,
this year.
no.
Or in 2018. But based on the 2017 forum, I think that probably didn't help. It probably helped in making the decision that, you know, participation was low.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from, what, 50 people maybe the first time to 5 or something the second?
Yeah,
one?
it was minimal.
Well, I realize that we've kind of focused on bringing water to residents who don't have water, but we're kind of forgetting the people that do have water, and they have questions too, and we have never
Well, I think
addressed any of theirs.
We had talked about that. I thought we were gonna try to make that the emphasis on our next forum, which we never had. Because we had talked about people with private wells. I think that was the first one. Then the second one was, what was the second one? The emphasis of the second one was on people with wells who wanted to keep them, and people who wanted new water, people who wanted city water. And then the third one we talked about being people who already had water. And we were gonna try to concentrate on water rates, comparisons, and things like that. We just never had that third forum.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm circling back into regarding our mission statement. And I guess, Bob, is what you said is that we will talk to city council and the mayor and find out if this mission statement for the water committee is going to stand as is?
Well, yeah.
Or are we going to add
Yeah.
an addendum to it?
Well, or are we going to continue as a water committee?
Correct.
I think that's in
Yeah.
there too. so.
Yeah, I think that's basically it, is to get feedback from the city council members
Mhm.
and the mayor, and I would say probably after the election. Because it doesn't serve a purpose to work with the current elected officials if things change after April anyway.
Right.
So,
You think we want to wait till June and have our next meeting, give whatever happens in the election, give time for that dust to settle a little bit, and
well, that's what I think, we just keep our March meeting date. I'll, you know, contact the mayor and the city council after the election to find out where we're headed and what the thoughts are, and if we need to have an earlier meeting, I guess we can call a
I'm about to
special.
keep our June meeting, you meant?
Yeah,
right?
keep the June
okay,
meeting.
Okay, sure,
If we need a special meeting, we can call a special meeting as long as we give notice.
sure.
So we'll meet in June.
Whatever the third,
Yeah, I think
tentatively,
we
right?
just, that's what we have to schedule on, is June, third week of June.
Yeah, we had talked about every quarter.
Quarter, yeah, so
Okay.
I think that gives enough time to get some feedback.
At 9 o'clock?
Yeah, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
June, it's June 15th.
Can I just throw something out
Sure.
here? Not to, in June, don't we have doesn't the city put on some sort of, I don't know if it's it's pancake breakfast or if it's
It was the,
recycling
it was
thing
the,
or something like that.
it was the thing that takes place right on Elm Street here. What was it? What is it called, Peter?
There's a block party.
Yeah, the block party.
Well-
That's where we set up,
That's,
I don't think the 15th is the block
huh?
party. The shredding event and electronics recycling is on the 8th. Chances are the event will be on the 1st. It's usually,
The block party?
yeah, it's either the block party or it's the, I can't think of the name. You're right, they have pancake breakfast and,
That's
it's
the
in
open
fire
house?
district and police.
Something like an open house or something like that?
Yeah, it's, the police department and the fire district have like an open house.
Right.
yeah,
It's
okay.
like safety day or something.
Oh, okay,
That's usually like the first Saturday.
got it.
So the 15th should be okay. And you could always change it if there's an issue.
And I'll let Christina from the Park District know that we won't be participating in the block party.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Because we don't know what, what's gonna happen.
Sure.
so. And there's no point in putting the effort on that. Anything else? We just wanna put that then on the agenda for June
15th.
15th.
And any other new business or comment before we adjourn? Okay, you can get a motion to adjourn,
I motion to adjourn.
a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned.